Hi. Our site is blossoming, and I can't think of a better way to greet spring than by taking a walk. The Duquesne Soundwalk at the Frick, that is. Our grounds and green space are an important part of the experience here at the Frick, and this special outdoor installation offers a rich new layer and synergetic opportunity for all guests who visit our campus in any season. We're thrilled to partner with Dr. Nicole Vilkner and her talented students at the Duquesne University's Mary Papert School of Music on this exciting project. Nicole first introduced this concept to us a few years ago. Making this experience possible to the public now aligns perfectly with our continuing mission to infuse the site with music, song, and performance in new and innovative ways, especially through community collaborations. The Soundwalk is free to enjoy anytime during our business hours, even after the museum building's closed, but the grounds and gardens are lit and open until dusk. Signs are placed conveniently along paths and walkways to guide you on a delightful exploratory stroll composed of 17 sound sites or interpretive stops. All that's needed is a mobile device to scan each of the sound site QR codes. The entire exhibit can be done leisurely in about an hour. As you move through the site, you listen to different sound bites that blend together interpretively for a whole experience, or they can be discovered one at a time, spontaneously wandering the grounds. The emphasis of each stop may be musical, aesthetic, ecological, industrial, historical, didactic, or some combination of all of these, and includes a provocative question.
I think one of the exciting and scary things about the project is the fact that I never know where their ideas are going to lead them.
I was planning on trying to recreate a conversation at the dining table, and that was actually a lot more difficult than I expected it to be, so I chose to scrap the idea. It just sounded really comical because I was like in the microphone trying to sound like Henry Clay Frick, and it just wasn't working out.
Students were going to come and visit the Frick and then develop their own ideas about what was interesting or what was unique or what struck them because they had their own personal experience that connected with something here on the grounds.
My part was the Car and Carriage Museum. I looked at the car horns and carriage horns. I was particularly drawn to this, I think, because it is one of the most in-your-face kind of sounds that we hear on the daily.
I did the greenhouse, and the reason why I chose the greenhouse was because when I went inside, the temperature, the humidity, and the flowers that I found inside, they were so alike my home country, Venezuela.
Okay, I picked Clayton Cadets Group. But the reason I picked this is because long time ago there's a phrase, children should be seen but not heard. That's why maybe there's a reason the playhouse is away from the main building. Yes.
So I never know what thing is going to be the hook for them. And that means that I also can't plan ahead as an instructor.
Discussing sound sites, I wanted to gravitate towards something that was meaningful to me, and I thought that the painting was very beautiful. It was a 1732 Rococo painting, and to find something like that in that style is quite rare.
So when they find the thing that inspires them, we have to sort of navigate that territory ourselves.
The house itself is quite fascinating, obviously, because you would think with a family like the Fricks, with the wealth they had, they would have a giant mansion in the city. I found the house itself fascinating because it feels more like a house than a mansion.
My project, it started off kind of from collaboration. As I was figuring out just my interests and depicting just the perspective of the workers for Henry Clay Frick.
The traditional museum experience is usually focused on the visual. What I find fascinating in what has emerged through this exploratory sound experience is how they were able to create a multi-sensory way of bringing the site and the Frick family and history to life.
So I'm at Duquesne for recording tech, and we actually had a class last semester about Foley recording. So I was kind of using some of the techniques I learned in that class to record this one.
Looking back in the past, carriage horns weren't viewed like negatively. They were actually viewed quite positively. They were more musical, so I think it's interesting to look at that and then look in the future again and see, you know, if we reintroduce a more musical car horn, how that would change people's perceptions of the soundscape.
You mentioned that it was interesting to see new spaces in different ways. And I think that's one of the things that's compelling about the design of the Soundwalk, in the sense that it doesn't come from one perspective.
So I wanted to mirror kind of both of our projects together, kind of for the listener to compare and contrast like what this place would have sounded like in the time and what my place, Homestead, would have sounded like in its own time, and kind of the experience of the worker being wildly different from the experience of the Frick family.
Through this journey of sound and discovery, I hope that our visitors walk away with a new experience that feels unique and inspirational to them, and perhaps offers a chance for us all to re-experience, question, and expand the way we see and hear not just the Frick, but other museums and environments in a whole new way. If you're unable to visit us live, there is also a comprehensive audio-visual online encounter where you can learn more about the project and hear the sound bites from wherever you are. We hope that you'll visit and come take a walk with us.